Hey there, YouTube. I just made a video on the Trident rebuildable atomizer clone, and just so there's no questions on it, the mod it's sitting on is a mechanical mod and it is a clone. That's what this review is going to be on. Man, it's my first rebuildable and my first review of a rebuildable, or mechanical, I'm sorry. My first mechanical. I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. First thing, this is the Nemisis Kalafan edition clone from, what is it? VaporRoyal.com. Okay. It does have adjustable airflow just like the original Nemisis. You line up those two little dimples and it'll line up with those two holes that are drilled in the side of it. There's two big gaping holes for a Pro Tank or Vivinova or whatever the hell else you want to use on it. So far I'm loving this mechanical mod. The finish ain't wearing off. Scratches are minimum, mainly just from me rattling around a lot. You know, I'll take it apart, let all the pieces rub together or whatever. I'm not taking this out of the house until it's all scratched up and nasty. And take the top cap off, if I can get my fat ass fingers on it. There we go. There's a little bit of threads to it. The one thing I hate about a mechanical is all the threads, all the screwing and everything. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and take it off. I'm going to completely 100% disassemble this thing, bare bones, and then I'm going to go get some other parts that I forgot to grab. Okay, here's what you got first. You've got a silver plated center pin that is fully adjustable along with the top cap. It's, I believe it's silver plated. Oh God, if I get this wrong, people are going to give me so much shit. I remember hearing it being called silver plated copper. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Don't butcher me. Don't kill me over it. I think it's silver plated copper. I think that's what it is. Okay, and moving on. 18650 AWIMR battery. Amps, real quick. If you're looking to do rebuildable atomizers and all that good stuff, make sure you've got a battery that can support the amps that atomizer is going to draw from it. This Trident, 0.5 ohms. Okay? It's pulling 7.4 amps. 7.4 amps? 7.4 amps. I believe. 7 something amps. On tasteyourjuice.com by P. Basardo or Phil Basardo, he's got a list of batteries on there somewhere. I don't know how to really get to it. I just googled battery amp limits, and his site came up and I looked at it. And it says that the AWIMR 18650 battery is 24.5 amps. Not completely unbelievable, because I did buy a 30 amp battery. That's a lot of amps to me. I don't know anything about electrical. That just seems like a little bit much to be believable. Back to the Nemisis, okay? This is my 18650 extension tube. Okay, that's all it is. It's just a little polished chrome tube. And then you've got the Nemisis logo. On the back it says Nemisis with your serial number on top. Then you've got your locking ring and your switch. I'm going to take both of those off. Ooh, I just found out an issue. When you're trying to unscrew the switch and the locking ring, make sure that they're spaced out a little bit. and you're holding both of them down if you're trying to unscrew them at the same time. Otherwise, it's not going to work out so well. A lot of threads. Just going to set that right there. Locking ring. Set that right there. Switch. Top cap and bottom switch both have Delrin insulators. If you don't know what Delrin is, it's a very I'm into RC cars and stuff, mainly the off-road trucks, the big monster trucks, you know, nitro RC trucks, little 1/5 scale. Well, that's not really little. 1/5 scale is huge, but I got a 1/8 scale Revo 3.3 with a Pico 0.26 max JL red dot. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but yeah. You use Delrin on these. You use Delrin rods because it is extremely slippery when going over rocks and stuff. Just for people who don't know what Delrin is. That's the only way I know to relate it. This switch, back to the Nemesis. This switch has a little pin in there. Okay, can you see it? Okay, that pin is probably one of the most important yet non-important pieces in this whole thing. It's the part that allows you to unscrew the switch. You got your spring, you got your switch. And here goes my rant. When you're cloning something, one thing you should absolutely never ever do is put the brand name on the bottom of it. That's just rude, and it shows absolutely no respect for the original creator. This one says by Adomahi. Atmo Mehani. That's what it says. It's also got the steam turbine or steam thing, whatever. I can't remember what it's called. I don't have one. It's got that logo on it, the little train. Should not do that. Royal Vapor. The O for the Royal, the first O, is a crown. Why not put a crown on there? Why not engrave a crown on there? And then put by Royal Vapor, or Vapor Royal, whatever. But yeah, that's how it all comes apart. Give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay, I am sorry about that. I was completely unprepared. This is the box it comes in. It's got the Nemisis print on the front. It's just flat ink, you know, nothing special. It's got whatever the hell those are. You open it up, and it comes completely assembled. Okay, let me show you real. Ooh, shit, no, don't do that. I almost lost my locking ring. That wouldn't have been good. It comes assembled just like this, okay? Only with the top cap and the bottom cap and the locking ring and whatnot on there. And this little middle section is actually pretty cool. They put enough thought into it to give you a kick 1 or a kick 2 extension tube. You can use it with any other wattage. That's cool. That really is. Especially if you understand watts. I don't. So I don't have any need for it. It's also got this, I won't be able to get this off. Yes, I will. Look at that. It's got a little brushed stainless ring on it. That ring will not fit. This is the weird part. Okay? It will not fit. Here's the 18650 extension tube. It won't fit on there. It'll screw down right about... Oh, what? Well, there it goes. It won't screw down all the way. Actually, that is screwed down all the way. Huh. It pays to pay attention before you make the videos. I didn't. But you can, maybe, if you can get them fine little threads to line up. Apparently I can't. There it goes. But you can, however, do this with the top cap. It looks kind of weird. You're going to need a longer center pin if you're going to do this. But you can do that. It looks cool. Not for me, but it looks cool. So what I'll do is I'll just take this off and I'll put it right back in the box if I can find that other piece. There it is. Okay. I think now it's time for reassembly. I use this predominantly with my Trident. Okay, just screw her down nice and flush. You take your adjustable center pin, make sure it's the top one. The top one's the flat one. And you insert it. You begin twisting till it tightens up. Get it all nice and snug. There it goes. Then your 18650 extension tube, or you can just screw this body on and use a smaller battery, or you can screw this on and use a bigger battery with this tube, or you can screw all these tubes together and use a kick with an 18650. I'm not going to use that. I'll screw my 18650 extension cap back down. I'll screw the rest of the body back down. And these seams don't disappear by any means. I mean, you can see them, but they don't look terrible. Then I'll drop my battery in. Make sure it's the positive side down when you're holding it like this. Then the locking ring. This might take a while. Look at that. Finally got it to spin. I'll go over that in a little bit. And now, this is where really paying attention comes in handy. The little pin. We're back to that little pin. Okay. Got your switch here. Put your spring on your switch. This pin's gonna fall out on me because I'm not an expert at lining anything up. Maybe not, maybe. Yep, oh, I got it. That pin slides down that little groove so they all line up. That's what allows your switch, damn it, little pin fell out. But that's what allows your whole switch assembly to unscrew from the bottom of it. And you take your adjustable center pin for the bottom. Screw it down that little hole. I'm sorry if you can't see most of this. I'm doing my best. I'm not really set up to do anything. This is all for fun. And you can adjust your throw on this too with that center pin. Just a slight throw. I found it with a clone from Royal Vapor Royal, my bad, that as long as you got a real short throw on it, you're not going to have very many issues. As long as you hit it, you can't really hit it on the sides because see how hard that is? On this side, you're not going nowhere unless you really push down on it. And then you begin the wonderful process of screwing down your switch till it is snug. Snug as a bug in a rug. And then it vapes. Here's one of my issues with the switch. See that? That's pushing down on it from the side. It's firing now because I figured it out. I figured out how to adjust that switch just right so that I can do that. Before, when I first got it, this switch was down a little bit. It had a little bit of a gap in it, you know. I was just figuring everything out. I figured this out though. Figured out how everything works. Best way to press it is to hold it between your thumb and your index finger right at the knuckles. Put your index finger over the one side, your middle finger over the other side. Squeeze it down. No issues. And I even got the cloud status. Nowhere near MC Vapes or any of those other guys. I don't know how the hell MC Vapes does it. I'd choke to death on some of the stuff he does. And I've been smoking for, God, 6 years. Is it regular cigarettes? That stuff would choke me to death. I am now, thanks to vaping, 2 months without cigarettes. Very proud of that. Anything I'm missing? Anything at all? I've showed you the ohms. No, didn't need to. This is a 0.5 ohm dual coil, 28 gauge Kanthal, 5 wraps each. Just gonna go over everything real quick. You got your switch. I've already ranted about that. The Nemisis logo with the serial number. Nemisis logo. But you're still vaping. And I've got another video on the Trident. Yeah, that's about it. If there's anything else that I'm missing, comment. And if you really want to get in touch with me, ask me for my email address. Or give me yours, and I will email you or something. Hell, give me your phone number. We'll text back and forth. I don't care. I'm not using YouTube. If you comment on YouTube, I'm not going to be able to read it. No one really watches these videos anyways. My Pro Very thing only got like 100 views, 200 something. I'm not really. This is all for fun. And this is why I'm doing this at the end of the video. Because no one really wants to hear this. But I'm doing this mainly for fun. Get people interested in it. And I'd kind of like to start up a review channel of everything new that I get. But the worst part is, this goes back to clones and originals, okay? Clones, extremely cheap, extremely affordable for your average working man. I make $10 an hour. Paying bills, keeping food on the table, vaping. Sorry. But that's why I do clones, you know? It's nothing personal against the people that make it. I would love the Wizard Evolve. That is the perfect example. That's a $500 mechanical mod. $500 for a tube and a switch and a top cap. I can make one for 20 bucks out of copper. You gotta be kidding me, man. They're really gonna... I just got a text message. Is it really gonna cost you $500 to build a titanium tube? It's like this big. 18650 big. No, it's not. Something this big? Titanium? I think not. Maybe for all the materials for building 1,000 of them, which is probably one of the most expensive metals out there. I wouldn't make it out of titanium. I'd use copper or brass. But I'm gonna end this video now. I'm at 20 minutes and 6 seconds. I'll let you people Yeah, have fun. Be safe.